Let's see if I'll be able to get this broadcast through. You guys know I tried yesterday to complete this information and I had no success. There were all type of bots in my live stream. They kept interjecting. We're gonna get through this now. Let's hope they're sleeping right. I'm gonna get this to you guys. I'm gonna pay a couple of instances. There are a few things we talked about when it comes to the Tirthankara and certain things. And I'm going to read you something about when you're thinking about the aspects of certain things. There was the archangel, supposedly, which is in the Bible giving information of certain things. So we're going to talk about what the actual archangel Uriel. It is the Elohim with the flaming sword of the lightsaber. I know you guys know I don't get into religion when it comes to the religious aspect of it. But what I can say is that it talks about it in the New Testament. You know, I don't really deal with the with the New Testament. I'm sorry, but it talks about it in the Old Testament. Yahweh, the Elohim, was placed at the rest of the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden, always we're thinking is a physical place, but it's not always a physical place. We're thinking about things in a spiritual nature. The archangel Uriel with a flaming sword, which turned every way, which was to keep away the tree of life from anyone that came and that did not deserve that particular honor. That was from Genesis 3:24. You can check it out. So listen to this. This is Ariel speaking, archangel. Keep him in mind. This is not a religious segment. Will not be preaching the word. So follow through, even if you hear a word.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Peace, love, and light. I am Uriel, the fire of the Most High, the light of the Elohim. Elohim is the name you can find in your Bible for the angels, but we are really extraterrestrial.
That is us. We're speaking of us.
Of the 7 archangels, and the 18th of the 24 elders. I am one of the angels of the 4 winds, representing the cardinal direction of south. I am an angel of knowledge, the patron saint of the arts and sciences. I illuminate the mind with information, ideas, epiphanies, and insights. Call upon me whenever you need a solution, when writing, while studying, or when taking a test. Call on me before making decisions, learn new information, or resolve conflicts. I will speak to you, from mouth to ear, to give you correct and appropriate answers, which will receive words or thoughts that are suddenly downloaded into your mind. You can call upon me to guide your intellectual pursuits. I am angel of wisdom who shines the light of truth into the darkness of confusion. The light shineth into darkness, and the darkness comprehend not. I am permitted to describe signs about good and evil work in the world, but it may still be difficult for you to understand from if you cannot understand all the things which you have experienced while growing up, how then can your mind comprehend the way of the Most High? And how can one who is already worn out by the corrupt world understand corruption? I rule the mental plane of thoughts, ideas, insights, judgment, and universal consciousness. I am your...
Now, you guys may be wondering, why is Sister Soul playing this? And you know you need to stay focused because I will not waste your time, right? Now, we're listening to this. We're going to speak a bit about Jain cosmology, and then we'll get back into the build that was horribly disrupted yesterday. There was no way to complete the build. I was so appreciative of having the day to not do main radio because of the holiday. A pre-recording was played yesterday. So I decided to do a pre-recording to start my year off in January because we plan on vacationing, and just in case I'm not able to, or it's in that particular week where we're going, I wanted to have something available for you guys. So I decided to do a pre-recording. Anyone that saw it, you guys know it was interrupted with Russian something bots. so that it wasn't Russian, but they just were using some letters. So now I'm just wondering, maybe it's some type of troll. There were like 4 different names. It was just weird, very weird. Even after blocking them, they kept coming back. Soon as it was perfectly clear string for about 12, 13 minutes. And as soon as they started typing in the chat, everything started going crazy. I couldn't get the pages pulled up. It started doing worse than it usually does when I'm having a bad internet day. So it was just completely absurd. Let me just say that. May have been some technical things along with the bots, but yeah, it was really weird. So I'm definitely gonna review some of that. I'm not gonna go over all of the hour and a half presentation that I did, obviously, but I will definitely review that with you guys if you did not catch the information. So let's just continue with this before that.
Link to the spiritual realms, and I can show you how to find inner power through a process that will help each individual shift in consciousness. I can show you how to heal every aspect of life, turning disappointments into victories, finding blessings in adversity, and releasing the painful burdens and memories of the past. I use my flaming sword to purify mental and emotional understanding, and transmute lower vibrational energies into enlightened spiritual understanding. I hold the key to transcendence, which facilitates the ability to enter into the kingdom of the energetic consciousness. I am releasing my message because humanity has indicated, through its willingness to embrace the shift in consciousness, to listen, act,
Is that better, brother?
and the human experience. I stand at the gate of the Garden of Eden with my flaming sword to deny entry to those who have forgotten how to love the Most High. I have held many responsibilities throughout time protecting humanity. I warned the prophet about the upcoming flood. I served as a guide to the prophet Ezra. I led Abraham to the west. I rescued King Herod, and I carried John and his mother Elizabeth to join Jesus in Egypt. I was the angel who checked the doors of homes throughout Egypt.
Take the meat and spit out the bones. Take the meat and spit out the bones.
Sword of light which turned every day, flashing back and forth, who protected and guarded the gates of the original Garden of Eden. I am the guard of the garden. I helped carry Adam, Eve, and Abel in paradise. I fought against the Nephilim, the fallen angels, during the war in heaven. I hold the key to the bottom pit, which will imprison the Nephilim, the fallen angels. At the end of times, those Nephilim, those fallen angels, those incubus, who have assumed many different forms, have copulated with human women, to defile humanity and lead them astray. They shall be judged on the great day of judgment, and they shall be imprisoned by until the end of all things. I am Muriel, the fire of the Most High, the light of the Elohim. I can intercede for you, so that your heart may burn with the fire of the Most High. I can intervene for you, so that the light of the Most High will dwell deep within your soul. I can train you to use the lightsaber, the flaming sword of truth, to cut away all that is not in conformity with the will of the Elohim, that you may fully participate in the army of the Most High.
Man, I can't catch a break around here. I still do this live when I should have no issues. It was just because of the audio. Better now, is it still choppy? What's going on? Because I'm about to get into the and I want to be able to see if you guys can hear me. I'm hoping you can hear me better now. I did. So is the audio better? Let's turn it up a bit. Is the audio a bit better, guys? Can you hear me better now? Like, I just need to know. Yep, string. They keep messing with me. And the only reason I keep saying I'm going to change to the Zoom, but I'm going to wait till at least what I pay for is out this month because this is enough. This is enough. Ah. Is that DJ, you saying yes, it's better or no, it's not better? Hi, love. Great day. Nothing but love. Yes, talk about it. The perfect word. The issue is the and then expose. You said it's the StreamYard. Dang, it's still scratching. God dang, this some BS, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go on my phone, guys, and let me. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go out and come back in. Okay, let me go and come back in. What's going on, fam? I think it's when I share. What's crazy is me trying to share is what seems to be the problem. Is this better? What's going on, guys? Let me know what it's doing now. It's less choppy. Okay, so when I mess with it, it did help it. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, fam. Thanks, fam. I needed that now. Now, if when I share, it's possibly when I share. Dang, I got a couple of screens up. I need y'all to see different things. Oh gosh, this is so freaking annoying, man. I swear I can't take this shit. Okay, hold on. Let me try it. Let's hope it stays the way that it is now. Please get this one. Stupid stream. Yeah, don't give me a refund. I'm gonna get a refund for every month I've been paying for this mess. Seriously, because this is ridiculous, and I had a proof right now. Okay, now we're sharing again, guys. Please tell me it's still good, or did it get choppy again once I started sharing? Now we're still good. I'm gonna have to do the uploads. Yeah, it's a live chief. It's a live chief. Every time I try to go live, I have to end up pre-recording my main radio saying if I want to include YouTube. And the way YouTube's been going, I may just stop doing my main radio there, so I don't have any more problems because it's just it's a lot going on. Yes, it's got the plan and it's looking fool. Tell me about it. That's why I'm like, all right, babe, have a good day. So I'm sitting here wondering like what the heck is like really going on right now. It's choppy when I tried to share, but it's good. Oh, it's good now, Pete? Okay, good. Okay, let's try this going while it's good. Sip my tea. I had loose leaf tea. Moringa is like every time I take a sip, one of the smaller leaves get in my mouth. You already know. You already know. We about to get to it though. If not, I'm gonna make sure I record this later and I'm gonna let y'all. 'Cause I really want y'all to get this. This is like great. Okay, let's try not to be too fast. Gene cosmology. It is the description of shape in the universe, which is loka. Its constitutes such as the living beings, matter, space, time, etc. According to Jainism, Jain cosmology considers the universe an uncreated entity. So we know that, right? We know that to be true. We know that it is energy, and it has always been here. It never dies. It never just started and just, hey, I'm going to just pop up and there's some energy. It came from somewhere. So it's an uncreated inner entity has existed since infinity. That entity is energy. We know that energy is the most high energy, the source of all, blah, blah, blah. People may take the religious aspect and turn it around and twist it around in a person's mind so that they are so totally lost. But we do know the aspects. So it has existence infinity with neither. Text described that the shape of the universe as similar to a man standing with his legs apart and an arm resting on his waist. This universe, according to Jainism, is broad at the top, narrow at the middle, and once again becomes broad at the bottom. Now, you guys know what that is. I don't know the name of it, but you guys have seen that when they're showing that that man and has all the different things in it is supposed to be this white guy that came up with all these you about the future. They actually have the picture, I believe, on the book or the cover of the Zeitgeist information. But yeah, you know what they copied that from now. You just read that came from Jainism, and the cosmology and the description of the shape of the universe is actually a sideways torus field when you look at it, with the man, the broad shoulders, supposedly, which we know everything is beginning with the feminine energy. So why would it be a man? We already know that particular segment is false. So it's the broad shoulders at the end, him holding his hands on the waist that goes in as like a what do you call it? Oh my gosh, my tongue is twisted on this word right now. Um, the little thing that has the time for the sand. You flip it over, the sand goes down, then you flip it back over. You know the shape of that, the shape of the torus field if it was sideways. So it's kind of like that. So it's at the bottom. We're gonna talk about these sentences real quick. Everything still clear, guys. Are we doing good? We good so bad? So far? Damn. Chief says still going in and out. This crazy. I'll see what time in the morning it is. This should be no problem with the internet. This shit is like absurd. I'm gonna do the best that I can, guys. And if it doesn't, if it doesn't at least come across pretty clear, it seems like somebody told me, and I invite other. Let me see. I don't know if anybody is in the mood to read. Let's see if the else reads. Will it play you guys? Because it may be, like I said, something going on. I couldn't even think. I said time and still could think what the word was. It was like flipping. So yes, the hourglass. So it's the shape of the hourglass. When we think about the hourglass, it always gives reference to time, and we're thinking about the sand that is in the hourglass, and it is in the glass form. And when it's going down, that is an action of that sand moving to the other area that creates time. We did go over this yesterday. I don't want to reveal too much of that, but if anybody want to jump up to help me read and see if it's just I want to know if it's me that is sounding choppy or if it's something else. You guys, the letter H. DJ, see, that's my people. This is why I love my moderators. You already know that H, bro. The H spot, the letter H. What we always talking about when it comes to that hollow area, that space that can be tapped into, tampered with, all of those different things. That is a hollow spot. So, yeah, let's get into it a little bit better as far as what's going on, guys. I'm gonna try and speak a bit slower. I know I can speak very fast, and when I'm doing this, I feel like I'm talking something's wrong. I'm going to try and speak slowly. Okay, Chief, y'all with me? Okay. According to James, the universe is made of the sick, simple, and eternal substance, which are categorized under the Shiva, the living substance, and Ajiva, the non-living substance. And this is as follows. The living, which would be the soul, which is the same thing that it was speaking of earlier that has always been here, and so on and so forth. The jiva is reality, have a existence body that houses it. Now we talk about this all the time, how we are used with that houses us. That particular realm in the matter aspect of it is that tamper spot. That's the H spot. That's where you can be manipulated via physicalities, mentally, and spiritually. The manipulation can come in the way of terraforming of the body, nanoparticles, Morgellons, the things we talk about, certain foods, using chemicals to work against the body in the air, in the food, in the water, adrenochrome, all these particular characteristics of matter that come in the shape of a physical form, they all affect us. So this is important to keep in mind. And we're going to get more into that as we get into talking about the fallen Gong and the Tirthankara. Anyone that did not get that information yesterday, like I said, we're going to review it a little bit just so you can make sure you're clear. My speaking, guys, hear me now still? Is okay? Oh, close the ones I'm not using. Okay. Let me do that. Dang, I need at least I had at least three because the three are the information. Dang. Okay, hold on. It's the information that we going. Hold on. a second. Look. All right, hold on. Dang, I'm gonna post the book because I want to remember what page. Let's see. I got to unpin things now. Fam, like, let it go. So let me close windows real quick. Let's see if that helps us. Oh, I got a ton of windows open. Maybe that's what it is. I got a ton of windows open, like really, like a ton of windows open right now. Let me close all this stuff. Yeah, open. I can't close that. Some stuff I can't close. This. I'm gonna let you guys. While I'm together, let's do this. I had one other one I was gonna play at the end, but I'm gonna have you guys listen to it while I'm doing all this, so I'm not just wasting time here. Let's get to it. This is another very.
Greetings. I am Raguel, the 14th of the 24 elders. I am one of the celestial angels responsible for registering and recording the events of the universe. I am the keeper of head archives, the scribe of the in your Bible. The angels are called by the name Elohim, but we are in fact extraterrestrial interdimensional. I inspire the celestial cosmic cause, and songs of adoration and glorification of the Most High. I am the angel of poetry, and the master of muses. I have singing angels, with every word that goes from my mouth. I am called the prince who is in the secret places and sisters. I am one of the 8 great judgment princes of the throne of the Most High. I introduce you to the light and glory of the face of the Elohim. I guard the continuum of light transmissions in the heavens and on earth. I am the guardian of the light of the Elohim. I am a great celestial entity of compassionate divine. I bestow measured blessings and reveal lessons of simple mercy. I facilitate the ability to receive the greater revelations of the Most High, according to your capacity to receive. I am part of the secret knowledge of how to emanate the energy from the aura of your very own light body, to send forth your inner angel to perform spiritual works in the unseen realm.
All right. Well, it may be the recording, so let's hope I'm a little bit better now. This shit getting ridiculous and absurd right now because they're gonna pay me think it's a game. I'm getting all my bread back today, one way or another. My bank have resource with my bank either way. So if they want to pay me and decide my bank gonna get my money anyway. I don't even play with people, so do what they want to do. They just solidified it. It's definitely the StreamYard. I keep blaming my internet service. I went and started paying for a higher upgrade on my internet service. I went and got an Ethernet cord. I plugged it right into the computer. All this stuff I've been doing, and the whole time it's the StreamYard thing. They gonna also end up paying me for the money I paid for all this extra. So I'm not playing with their ass. I'm not play with people when it comes to money. I don't do that. And somebody gonna get it back. Is this like Windows? But I know that it's acting real crazy anyway, even before I had the other windows open. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and exactly that. Exactly. Prism Live. Well, check it out. And I gotta send you that stuff too. I said I was gonna leave it alone, and I probably will, but I still make an image. But yeah, send it to my email. I want to check it out. Guys, let's get back into this quick. Hopefully, this is a little bit better. I don't even know. At this point, I'm just like, whatever. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Hopefully, that helps. Okay. Now I'm going to start back up here. So the jive exists as a reality, having a separate existence from the body that houses it. It is a characteristic by Chetna, the consciousness, and the apayaga, which is the knowledge and our perception, our knowledge and perception. This is something we're always talking about, making sure you're having discernment, making sure you're connected to yourself and making your own decision, not letting other things come into reality to transcribe your thoughts, write on your brain, completely brain mapping information that will be used for whatever that purpose is versus your purpose and your true purpose, right? Okay. Though the soul experiences birth and death, the soul experiences birth and death. It is neither really destroyed nor created. It never dies and it never is created. It is just brought into a different realm or life. That is a birth. The birth brings into a realm and the death takes into another realm. The decay in the origin refers respectively to the disappearing of one state of mind and the appearing the disappearing of one state of the soul, which would be the death of that particular body, that matter, the physical, right? But the soul never dies. It's just going into another state of being. Okay. These modes, these are different souls. This is in general. We talk about this all the time. We our energy is everlasting. It is pure. Let's see. Dang, so it's still bad. I'm mad. I'm mad, y'all. We gotta get this together. Fiber optic. No, bro. Don't got no. They don't got no. They don't have fiber optics here. They have a contract with a this Frontier. I've never had Frontier before. I've always had Time Warner. Well, it was went from Time Warner to I think it's Spectrum or something now. But yeah, I'm trying, bro. They trying to dim the flame, but they can't do that. I'm about to do something. Let me burn me something right quick too. That might help get some good energy going around. Maybe the computer needs to get some energy going around. Yeah, let's do that. Because this is too much for me right now. Okay, we found out to do this. Anybody got time for these? Okay, and so Sarah, right? Get back into they have a classified basis of sense, right? Our sense is what we're tied into when it comes to the real true us. That when it comes to that particular state of being in the mind state that you have separated physical and spiritual, and you know the difference in the two. There is a balance that you need to create. You have to make sure that you're able to tap into that in order to resonate with that particular feeling and that emotion. So, keeping in mind, there are 5 types. With the one sense, sparse and dry. Sparse and dry is the first and one sense, right? So two in the second sense, two, which is the first, include Rasandraya. So we have the Sparshandraya, we have Rasandraya, the one and the two of the two senses. And then we have the three. The second included in the Dharmendraya. So the one and two, which is of the Sparshandraya, and then the second two is the Rasandraya, are all included in the Dharnendraya, which is the third sense, to the third sense leading into the fourth sense. The first three that we just went over are included into the Shakshandraya. The Shakshandraya. Sound familiar, right? Where do you think they get the word the chakra from? That is midway. The three, we already know that's in between. That's that where it goes in and then remember it goes back out. It starts up broad, it goes in the middle, and then it goes back out. So now we're in the particular area where those two are coming in the space of the third sense, and that is that chakra, the Shakshandraya. This is where they get that from. When you hear people talking about the chakras and this, and that, yeah, people are like, oh, these words are new and people don't know about this and that. Do your studying. You got to do your research and know what y'all trying to discredit, right? Now, we're going to think about those, right? So that fourth and the third, second, and first coming and including. Now we're going into the fifth sense, the first four through the first fourth. And this is now the Shro Drya. So and these are all exist in our particular reality, having that space that exists from the house that houses it. That's that H spot, that house call it, the holographic world, whatever you want to call it. Also been replaced or used, can be changed, just like Jesus, Jesus. Now we have the J that came into effect, replacing the H that said that he was us, letting us know that the Christ spirit is us. Jesus, he's us, he is us, and changing and misplacing the H, using that manipulation of the H and crossing over with that J to the Jesus, taking that particular sense. Now, how could something a letter that has been around less than 2,000 years have such an astounding effect on us? It's all due to religious propaganda, right? So I'm going to get into the true depth of this, because it's not thinking about some of these things that actually get into a little more depth of this. You're going to be surprised at some of the stuff we're going to work. Now, we're going to look at the Padgala. This is the matter about sex matter. I'll let you guys see that. So in Judaism, uh, the Padgala is one of the six dryas. So we're going into that sixth dry. Remember, we went over the five. Those were all on the soul, the spiritual plane. Now we're going into the matter, which would be physical, obviously, right? As an aspects of reality that fabricate the world that we live in, that H spot, that hollow spot, that manipulative to spot. The spot that I always tell you about is the waveform, the wave formatting, where you can be manipulated to think that your thoughts are your own, but they're really not. The six dryas include the jiva, the fivefold division of the ajiva, the non-living, the category of the dharma, which is motion, the ad dharma, which is rest, the akasha. Here goes the akasha, the akashic records. I know you've heard that. We're thinking about the akasha, which is the space, that space where the matter comes into effect, bringing in information, holding the information like code, binary stem cells, stem coding, light coding information into the body, the akashic records, the information from ancestors prior, before that have come down through the matter of that. In that space, time is matter. Time is a manipulation of going from one thing to the next, the manipulation of using something to a certain effect, right? When it comes to that. So when we're thinking about that, the driver, which is the principle of arrest, the dharmistara, the adharmastaya. They are distinctly peculiar to Jaina system, all of thought, depicting the principle thought, principle of motion and rest, to pervade the entire universe. Dharmastika and adharmistike are by itself not motion or rest, but mediate motion and rest in other bodies. It mediates motion and rest. Without the dharmastika, the motion is possible, and without the adharmastika, rest is not possible in the universe. That all makes sense. Can you follow me? Yes, brother. Bring it, copied and plagiarized. Always, bro. You know everything that they come from us and the real true origin of the universe. They can do nothing, right? They have no imagination. I tell people this all the time. Limitations of thoughts and things that these people have. These are just the information that they've studied and learned about us. They didn't have any idea. They really don't even have a mind of their own. They can't even think outside of what or prior. They redo, ascribe things over. They excavate. They destroy and rebuild. They this is a natural thing for these people, right? So when we're thinking about this, everything that they do to try to plagiarize everything from our thoughts to our ancestors' truth to what we are, to who they are, to where we are, to where this place is. All this, guys, is talking about the matter. And like I said, it's the time. It's so easy to manipulate, right? I believe we're going to get down here at the time. We're going to talk about the time. That's very important. Time is really an external substance, according to the Jainism, and all the activities therein. So this is why we're able to be manipulated, changed, or having modifications because it's the terraforming of mind. I keep telling you guys, the spell binding, the history, and that is transcribed to a person. It's really yeah. Continue. So when it comes to the Akasa, the Akashic, like I just said, remember what we said about time. I'm going to get into that too. Space that accommodates the living soul. It is the matter, the physical, right? Accommodates, holds, houses that living soul, that energy, that spirit that is you actually. But we have the Akasa that comes to accommodate that particular soul and protect it, have barriers around it for its particular realm, so it's able to interact and proceed in learning, proceed in performing a duty, so on and so forth. The principle of that motion, the rest of time, is all pervading. It is infinite. In space points, it is infinite of infinite space points. When we think about a space point, one point to the next, okay, that I don't want to get too into that. Kala and time. Kala is an external substance according to Jainism, and all activities, changes, or modifications can be achieved only through a progress of time. So when something is modified, the changes and things that this is the process of time according to Jainism, right? It's also the Dravi Samgrana. So conventional time, Yahava Kala, is perceived by the senses through the transformation and modification of substances. Okay, I'll read that again. Convention, I just kind of said that a minute ago, right? The convention of time is perceived by the senses through transformation and modification of the substances. Then, real time, the Niskaya Kala, okay, is the Niskaya Kala, however, the cause of imperceptible, the cause of imperceptible, the cause that is imperceivable, right? Meaning this is called the Vartana. And that goes on insistently in all substance, the moving of substance, matter, any type of matter, the misplacing, the changing, the moving to a different area of any type of way that you're using that. That is how time is calculated, because you're moving one thing from the next. You're going from one place. You're moving, you're walking, you're transcending from this area to the next. Okay, that's a whole nother story if you guys don't get that. First in the structure. You guys know it's showing almost like the hourglass, right? Are you guys still like, Pro said they stole the concept of digital currency from a brother named Reggie Middleton. Wow. Wow. I believe that, bro. Oh, I'm definitely going to check that out, brother. I'm going to leave that up for a second so I can make sure to listen to this part. So, yeah. That's something. I believe that, bro. Grand day to my chat. Hold on. I was so thirsty to get everything going with this internet and trying to get a really shout out my chat this morning. Peace, blessings, love, great energy, perfect fullness of life, love, and energy to everybody that is within my earshot. Make sure you guys are having the best of your start to the day, getting your mind electrocuted with fortifying information that will make you think about the things that you need to really evaluate with yourself. We're going into a whole new year, and we're going to manifest and bring some things in. We talked about that. I've done some things to make sure that I've given some energy towards something that I'd like to manifest. The year to come, and we are all going to benefit from this. Okay, brother said Reggie Middleton. Okay, we need to go check that out, guys. Make sure we look at him. Brother said he won the patents. Hold on. He won the patents, and he's coming to collect, and will be in the future. That's what's up. I was just asking about that in the chat yesterday. I'm like, was there any way this, da 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 da. Yeah, that's the whole story. All right. Now, when it comes to that, I said, okay, let's go back. I'm sorry. The world, which were, I'm sorry, the doctrine postulates an eternal and ever existing world, which laws. It works on universal natural law. The existence of a creator deity is overwhelmingly opposed in the Jain doctrine. The creator deity is just an idea. You're talking about something that is, just created. Foolish men declare the creator made the world. The doctrine that the world, hold on, let's start here again. Some foolish men declare that a creator made the world. The doctrine that the world was created is lies and should be rejected. If God created the world, where was he before the creation? Now, we know that there is a source. This God they're referring to is that religion, the religious aspect. Remember, we're keeping religion out of this. Some of the words may be different, so we have to chew the meat, spit out the bones. There, where was he before the creation? If you say he was transcendent, then and needed no support, where is he now? How could God have made this world without any raw material? If you say that he made this first and then the world, you are faced with an endless regression. According to James, the firm and unalterable shape, the universe firm and unalterable. According to James cosmology, this is it. We talked about the structure, right? This is the space outside the universe. The build humans and animals are all in this area. Gas there in this area, and the liberated beings up here. So their determination. Now, I can't specify my thoughts on that. I'm going over this information with you guys, and you're free to elaborate on what you think. And what we know, though, is most of the information is coinciding with everything I talk about every day. And I proved it through medical standpoints, through the spiritual aspect of that, and connecting the mind, body, and soul. If you haven't been following me, on any of the information I've talked about, and just haven't really been tuned into me, you may not understand that, but the was measured in the Jain text by the means of the unit called the Rajlak, opposed to the Dharma sect of the Jainism path is 14 Rajaks high and extends 7 Rajaks through north and south. Its breadth is 7, and the Rajaks along at the bottom and decreases gradually toward the middle, which is that middle space where it is 1 Rajak long, and the width then increases gradually until it is 5 Rajaks long. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, getting some more of the meat. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing. You guys, I wanted you guys to get familiar. Yes. I believe that, brother. It was. It had to have been. I said, why isn't it an Aboriginal coin? I literally asked that yesterday in Empress chat. All right, guys. Well, I should use a sifter. I want to use teeth in the mirrors now. Okay, hold on a second. Now we're gonna get this. Okay, now I can actually close that window. That might even help more too with us. Our internet. So I'm done with that. I just wanted you guys. Did you guys really get Grand Rising, Solomon? Grand Rising. Here they go. They starting again. Let's get them out. Y'all see these wheels in there? This block. I'm not with it. I don't even care. Yeah, they destroying powerful information, bro. Powerful information. And that, like they said, they. What did you say, DJ? DJ said they sitting up here recycling all the time. Like, come on now. We get tired of that. Okay. All right. Now let's get this to. I'm gonna get you guys into because actually let me get a page right first. Okay, we'll go back up. Now there's the method of my madness. There's a reason you guys need to see this particular information as well. It's all gonna coincide. It's all gonna coincide. I was supposed to be getting in on that with App TV brother last week. He spoke to me and let me know what day we were going to connect, and I didn't hear from him. I know he's got a lot going on. He's got family and stuff, so he probably was a bit busy. I'll try and reach out to him this week and still try and do that. Help with yes, I'm waiting on that. He's popping it. This art, everything is art. How they gonna have a fake ass currency that run off of energy and be the energy? That's a whole nother. I want to tell you a lot. I really tell you about Sarah that was on, but let's start. Falun, also called the Falun, it's an ancient ritual in the Buddhist tradition. Falun Gong comes meditation, gentle exercises similar to yoga and Tai Chi, with the moral philosophy. I want you guys to see this. This is going to be important. With a moral philosophy centered on the tenets of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance, or in Chinese, they would call that the Zen, the Shan, and the Ren. The Falun Gong practitioners aspire to live by these principles in their daily lives. In traditional Chinese culture, the process of perfecting and refining the mind, pay attention, close attention, perfecting and refining the mind and body, cultivation. So when we're thinking about the cultivation of the lands, we hear that a lot, right? When we're talking about the Aboriginal our culture, the cultivations of the land, the transpiring of things, the trading, all this stuff, right? About this in the aspect of refining the mind and the body. This is called cultivation. This is where the aspect of cultivation comes from, the spell binding of the mind, body, and the spirit and soul via terraforming, via all the ways that actually can manipulate us because of what? What did we just read in Jainism? The matter coming into effect to play on that time. I hope you guys are staying with me because I can't keep going over everything. Okay. My language was uses the word Q gong to describe the Q gong gong. When you hear that or think about the chime or bell. Hold on, let me get my bell. Is it over here? Baby, always moving my shit. Dang it, little mama. Put my bell at. She did have it. Okay. That's over. I wanted to get my bell so you guys could hear that chung. If you can think of if you've ever heard of a gong or ching, that gong, that is the Q gong to describe that cultivation. That is actually the frequency, vibration, movement, bringing something to affect matter, actually making matter move. Someone did a video last week and they were showing the emphasis, and someone told them to pull up a video. That video, there are so many different ones like that. Actually, you can change the shape of rice. Uh, uh, you can kill it by talking negatively to it, or you can make it be pure by talking positive to all these different things come into effect when it comes to the Q gong, right? And that's what describes the cultivation, the refining of something comes to the mind and the body, right? So, what differentiates the Falun Gong from other forms of Q gong is its emphasis on one's. Let me make sure I highlight it. Somebody see it for you. So its emphasis on morality and the cultivation of virtue. The cultivation of virtue is something we think is very important for a person to have strong, virtuous values. For a person, you know, listen, y'all, it's about to get real, real. Make sure you stand with me because being able to bring this information to you guys from my standpoint. I've studied so many things over the years. Real quick, I'm gonna say this over the years. And in doing so, I've done a lot of teaching when it comes to certain things in private settings, more so in one-on-ones, in life coach sessions. I am a life coach professionally. I think I told you guys that before. So I've taught groups. I've gone to different positions and actually helped them to cultivate a process of performing correctly in the work environment and mentally being able to deal with each other, things of that nature. I specialize in this stuff. I love it. I love to make things go great. That's why I think when I have friction in my life or when things aren't going right or there's some negative things or anything that comes in the way, I kind of get lose a little control sometimes. That's something I'm working on. We talked about that yesterday. My Ren, I have to work on my Ren, guys. We're going to get into that a little bit. Ren is one of the most, okay, hold on. I'm fast forwarding. But yeah, we have to make sure the things that are to ourselves and to each other. In is great, risings, grandest. So yes, yes. All right, so let's get to it. Now, yes, we talk about. I know you guys know that. These colors are whited out. White out over time. Particular Falun Gong spiritual practice, right? It's a Buddhist tradition, right? And it's from way back in their ancient times, even something they weren't aware of. This is something they brought into effect in the 90s and started using it, and it grew to over 100 million people participating because of the health benefits. We're about to get into some of that. Falun Gong reckon an authentic connection to the genuine traditional Chinese culture. Traditional Chinese. I spoke to you guys before. How was it? Ancient Chinese secret. How is it Confucius from them when everything started off melanating in our particular realm, in our particular area, the colors whiten out everywhere, right? So we know that back then, when it comes to the ancient times, they were melanated. Right? If you don't know that, you should know that. I mean, you got to use your content. The ancients believed that through disciplined spiritual practice, human being is capable of transcending ordinary existence. Transcending. Do I talk about this all the time? Ascending, being able to elevate from the physical to a more enlightened or the density, being able to create that ascension process for you because of the lightness or the uplifting of the matter or separating the matter. We just went over that in Jainism. It told you about the difference in the matter and the soul, which is the true self. So we know and we can understand where this aspect is coming from, right? State of being, suffering, illusions of the mundane world. Because we're right, we are living specific matrix, a time matrix, illusion, so on and so forth. So that we are presenting, we're able to bypass it by going to a higher state of being, ascending, mentally and spiritually ascending and bypassing the state requires a more moral rectitude. It requires a moral rectitude. Letting go of the earthly desires and of meditation practices, using practices of meditation. We talk about this all the time. I encourage you guys to meditate. The more you meditate, the more you're able to elevate yourself from the physical state of being, tuning more into the spiritual mind state, tuning more into the elevational state in different dimensions because you're able to let go and release yourself from this actual encasement or this that we just went over, the embodiment of matter on the physical self, and it's actually binding it and holding it. So in able to release and ascend from that, you have to get into meditation practices, right? It also is to and they offer paths for the spiritual growth. Many were quietly passed down over the I'm going to read this real quick, you guys. Following this lineage and is adopted for modern life practices was introduced to the public by May of 1992. I told you by May of 1992, and within a matter of 10 years, it was like the biggest, according to them, right? She said the rice God, the universe has a way of leading you into the knowledge that is needed for you to fortify your mind. Oh, yes, I already know. And listen, I've been meditating, guys. I started. Remember, I did the 12. The 12-day fast, Lord, the 9-day fast for the 3 nines. Started on the 12th, December the 12th through December 21st. So the first was the 12, 12, 21, 3, 3, 9. Then it took 9 days. Oh, I wasn't using it to cut off. Excuse me, guys. Then it took 9 days to date, which was the 21st. So there was the third nine. So it was the 9 on the 12th, the 9 days between, and then the 9 days that came, the ninth day that came. So the 39, triple nine, like you can't get nothing better than that. And I wasn't the only one. We had a lot of moderators in my chat. I had a couple of other personal people that were doing this. So we all meditated. We were doing the 369 meditation. Listen, we got some stuff coming. I know what to do with this mess. Yes, yes. Bro said that southern China still is melanated. Yeah, it is, bro. Even up in some of the areas, the rural areas they have in the mountains, man, this guy went there and did a report a couple of years back, and it showed it. And then the guy there even talked about how they try to hide the melanated history from the people in China. A lot of people in China don't even know they came from melanated, which is crazy. Yes, 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 brother. But listen, y'all think listen, this ain't nothing. Wait, you can get into this Tirthankara. When I get into that, y'all really be bad. But what the heck? Okay, I'm gonna just a little bit more on this and get where the Falun Gong came from. Backwards, you gotta make sure you go backwards in order to get things right. So in order to catch that particular thing, we gotta take it back. So you guys can backtrack and say, this is the forward, and then we reading the forward, and then we're going back. I just said it was in May of '92. Keep in mind health benefits. Here's some important stuff, guys. The health benefits people gone or immediate. Soon as they started doing it was immediate health benefits, and many times dramatic. Not only was it immediate health benefits, it was dramatic, immediate health benefits. Are you the health reported people taking the Falun Gong are often immediate and most times dramatic. Do you see? Isn't that like phenomenal in itself? Just the fact that soon as a person started using the Falun Gong, soon as they started using these particular practices of the meditation, the exercise that go along with it, they had dramatic, immediate results. Like that, they even recovered severe illnesses. Patients recovered from severe illnesses. In addition to that, the Chinese were recognized in Falun Gong that reputation of spiritual traditions, which have almost lost after the days of the communist rule. So the communists obviously demised them of this particular tradition. Why? Okay. There was excitement about the practice in China during the 1990s. The practice grew rapidly across the country. It was just growing all across China in a matter of time. By 1998, just 6 years, I said 8 years, wow. 6 years, it's first introduction to the public. Official Chinese records, 70 to 100 million had taken up the practice. 70 to, do you guys see that? I gotta take a drink. Give me a second. Oh, I'm here. All right. do you guys see that 70 to 100 million in 6 years? We're not talking about 70 to 100,000. They said 70 to 100 million. And we're going to get into that 100 million in a minute. 70 to 100 million has taken up the practice just because of the results. It grew fast. As soon as people was like, man, people getting healed. And they just, all these severe illnesses and sicknesses, things that have been coming over people's body, they just start getting healed from it immediately with nothing but doing this practice. Oh man, yeah, it like the hottest sell item off the shelf. So, however, in the deeper understanding of the practice, it became a practitioner that Falun Gong was not another Gong practice to improve health and wellness. They like, wait a minute, we thought this was just some little holistic health and benefits, and they doing a little meditation. We didn't think it was nothing big because they didn't know about this information. They didn't know about these ancient practices, right? So the practice actually represented a rediscovered of the old of ancient China. Remember ancient China, it was our people. I hope you guys are following me. When they talk about ancient, anytime you hear them say ancient China, at that particular time, it was ancient. They were all melanated people. We're going to get into that. And as one grandfather official did, teaching rekindled the values of Chinese traditional past. So why would they have those type of values? You know that comes from a person with a genuine heart and a soul, right? The strength and the honesty is something we're going to speak as well when it be Tirthankara. The compassion and the wisdom to deal with people in social settings with righteousness and tolerance from the Confucianism. So righteousness, wisdom, dealing with people with tolerance and confusion, right? That is very important. Being able to forgive, bring into positive energy, so on and so forth. And Falun people experience a renaissance of traditional wisdom. The Falun people experience a renaissance. It's something of old. So they hadn't had this in forever. They were experiencing something of old, bringing it into the tradition. The Renaissance of traditional Chinese wisdom and values and this resonated deeply with the people all across their peace. There was like 30 people were caring about each other. So much going. You know what, DJ? They had so much going on, so on and so forth. So let's go over this. Here are the teaching, the beliefs of Falun Gong. As we said then, you're familiar, and you hear that all the time, right? All right. Then it's being honest, being true, being real, true. The shine is being kind and benevolent, compassion, being good. The written is self-discipline. The one I struggle with, I was telling you, I have it with my rent. I struggle with it consistently. Self-restraint and patience. I am so low on patience. I have very little of it, and I know I need it. I needed to create a balance, but man, I don't have time for the nonsense. I need to make sure I'm creating the time so I can manage it correctly, which is what I've been doing. Oh my gosh, this is shit. Hold on a second, I gotta drink. You said they do the following. Are you in Brooklyn City, my baby? Not too far from her. Oh man, this is crazy. Yes, they do it because they practice it. They can't probably a lot of them, believe it or not, a lot of people left China so they can come to America and be able to still practice that, which a lot of people don't know. Yeah, that's like we about to get this to Tirthankara. At the core of the truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. Values of truthfulness, passion, and forbearance. I mean, doesn't this sound like some of our ancestors would have been talking about and teaching, like, since they always do, always have, always would? Ancient Chinese thought emphasized harmony between heaven, seeking harmony between heaven, nature, and can bring stability and the prosperity society. Some words of spiritual path aligning with principles or the way, which is what we consider the source, the Most High, me, and the assimilating of qualities can bring greater mental and physical health blessings and spiritual awakening. That's so important, right? Assimilation to qualities can bring greater mental and physical health blessings at different levels of spiritual awakening. Falun Gong teaches that the most fundamental of the universe can be summarized in just 3 words. The definition, and we just went over that. Being true, kind, and forbearing. A person has to be true. They have to be kind. They have to be forbearing. These 3 principles serve as a guide for all in their daily life. That is, each day that they work with these principles in their own character, you have to cultivate. We just spoke about that, the cultivation, the transforming, the transpiring, the cultivating of the mind, body, and spirit. In these practices in their own character, becoming more kind and forbearing people. Right? So if you're interested, you guys can find these particular books to look at. They have a redefined term, coupe, and it's the cultivation. These practices, if you're having some health issues, I'm gonna lie, this is something you may want to just look into because it will show you. Let's see, it will show you how to actually cleanse yourself, purify yourself. In addition with meditation, it is beautiful, a beautiful meditation practice, and you can get the books on and so forth. So yeah, chat. All right, now we're about to get to the real meat. Y'all thought we was at the meat of it. Y'all thought we was getting some information. Really get to it. Hold on one second now. Let me get this page ready. Everything is acting a little better as well. Um, yeah, let's talk about this. Yep, it's about to get deep. Now let's see. Here we go. Yep, everything's moving a lot better. Thanks, Indian Expo. I didn't realize that would play a big part in that. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. The Tirthankara. So Jainism. The Jainism it came in after we did go over Jainism. I wanted you guys to have a very clear and perfect understanding of that. Comes to Jainism, it is a Tirthankara. Name a Tirthankara. Sanskrit. I just heard of Sanskrit. Let's go Sanskrit. Okay. A Sanskrit is a classical language of South Asia that belonged to the Indo-Aryan branch of the Indo-European language. It arose in South Asia after its predecessor language and diffused there from the northwest to the late Bronze Age. Sanskrit is a sacred language of Hinduism and the language of Hindu. This is what they say. And so on and so forth. Right? All right. So when it comes to that, and we're thinking about the Sanskrit, right? The Sanskrit is actually in tune with us. You know, I can't really see that you guys would believe that way back then these people weren't even around. I'm just gonna be honest. You have to kind of look at the truth and the lies and try to make this information in your own head. I'm not gonna sit here and try to clear everyone with the information like taking this and I'm flushing out. I'm telling you stuff, and you have to look at the facts. You have to sift through. You have to discern. So I'm not gonna take a lot of time on this, but I just want to say that real quick because people just think like, well, I don't really know what she's talking about and she's just going fast and she's saying this and that. You have to really stay focused on this and you have to use your discernment to understand because what may sound like something's talking about something is totally different. When they're talking about something that was way ancient and back then, these people weren't around back then. You got to know this. It's not much. So keeping that in mind because I'm trying to keep you focused on I'm gonna keep you focused, okay? So Sanskrit English Ford maker. Tell you what a Ford maker is. I wasn't going to, but I'll get back into it because I went over it yesterday. A Ford maker is a shallow place with good footing where a river or a stream may be crossed by wading or inside a vehicle, getting its wheels wet. A ford may occur naturally or be constructed. Fords may be remember. Listen to this. A ford may occur naturally or it may be constructed. Fords may be impassable during high water. A low water crossing is a bridge that allows it to come across, right? So we're going to get into the skits of the four maker when it comes to the spiritual because there's a different type of meaning. In Jainism, the Tirtha is used to refer both to a pilgrimage sites as well as to the four sections. That's this, right? Four sections of the Sangha, a Tirtha. It provides the inspiration to enable one to cross over from worldly engagement to the side of moksha. Is the inspiration to enable one to cross over. What did we read about? The four makers talking about the wading, crossing over through the water. It has to be a low stream in order for it to get through the density, so on and so forth. Now, this is to enable to cross over from world engagement to the side of moksha, from the world physical to the spirit. Okay. Come on, no stop. Is a savior and spirit teacher of the dharma, which is the righteous path the Tirthankara, founder of the Tartha, is affordable. Listen, the Tartha, which is affordable here, is affordable. The four main things that are affordable. Affordable has to cross the sea of interminable births and death. So, let me highlight that for you guys. Make sure you guys are staying with me. And let me check my chat real quick. M Stores, Granddad, Great Lakes, Grandness. Yes, brother said that doesn't exist. That's Indo sacred and belong to the Olmec and the Talek, and were co-opted to the da. During the Roman here talk about it. As I was saying, bro said, as I was saying, Indo area doesn't exist, nor does the Dravidian. These are both descendants of Scythians, Indo-Arab, also known as the Hasidic Jews of Turkey today, and they invented the caste system of Barat, if I said that brother. All right, so let's finish this real quick. We're gonna get into this, right? The Tirthankara individual who has completed the samsara, because this Tartha is a passage across the sea of interminable births and death. The samsara, according to James, the Tirthankara, an individual who has cursed the samsara, the cycle of death and birth on the individual. Let me highlight this for you guys. So, the Tirthankara individual has conquered the samsara, the cycle of birth on their own, and made a path for others to follow after understanding the true nature of self or soul. This is after one has reached that state. When the person has elevated themselves to a state of being where they have bypassed the physical and they are now operating in the self, which is actually the energy of the soul, there's a certain understanding that they come into. They bypass death and rebirth. This is where they get the concept of the Christ. Jesus Christ dying on the cross, coming back once they cross over, which is the forward maker. Are you guys following me? I wish somebody was up here to discuss it, because I know sometimes I'm fast and I don't want to be missing points. But if you guys are following me, right, we just understood that the forward maker, which is the savior or spiritual teacher in the Dharma, is a religious path. That's what it is. But when we look at it, it's talking about the crossing over in the wade in the water, the crossing over in the wade shallow, going across, which is the crossing over, that water going through the water, the sea, which is the mother's womb of the water, the biblical water, the actual path that brought a person into the physical. I hope you guys are following me on this. The Tirthankara is an individual who has conquered the cycle of birth and rebirth, the death and rebirth. So they will die and come back. That energy that never dies, so on and so forth. You understand? It's made a path for others to follow, showing people the way, leading the way. The way Jesus is the way. He's the light of the world, leading the way. Okay, and the true nature of the soul. Once you're coming to yourself and your soul, and you know the difference between the manipulation of the conscious versus your soul, that is actually the ruler, then we actually can get a better understanding of what's going on. So omniscience. The Tirthankara, it actually provides a bridge for others to follow the Samsara, which is liberation, which is actually the liberation or the liberation of the mind, coming out of the physical into. See this. This is the Tirthankara. And can you guys see that visually? Hold on, I want you guys to see this. See this, right? I know y'all. This is Buddha. Guys, do you guys see this? You see the writing, right? Y'all see the writing? I'll leave this up there for a minute. I want y'all to look at it. Y'all see the writing, right? So we're looking at the ancient Chinese information. This is the Tirthankara. This is the information about the Buddha, but it was a black Buddha. And check this out. a man and it was a woman. You see the breasts. You see beautiful breasts already giving life to the world, feeding the world in life. And you see that afro, that pretty afro, right? Yeah, I see it. Jain miniature painting of 24 Jain Tirthankaras. The Jain Tirthankaras, and they all black, different colors. You see, you tell them black, melanated, indigenous, aboriginal, whatever words y'all love all these words. I never know what to use because I might misplace some shit, but yeah, it's all. But it was some pictures in it. So Jain cosmology, the time is vast. Hold on, I bring it. The Yatsapini, which is an ascending time cycle, and the Avasa. I went over that a little bit with the time, but this is, let me show you guys what this is. The Avasarpini is the descending of half of the cosmic time cycle in the Jainism, and the one in which the world is said to be at present, according to text in the Avasarpini. I'm sorry, Avasar, Avasarpini, marked by decline in goodness and half of cycle, which is marked by the ascension. Okay, but I want you guys, I did that. You look that up for yourself. So where were we? Okay, after understanding the true nature of the self and the soul, attains the Kabbalah, which is to Tirthankara, provides a bridge for others to follow, and the new teaching, the bridge, the crossover, which is Christ and that rebirth, and forth. You guys are seeing or getting that. My greatness, brother. Haven't seen you in a minute. What's going on? Peace and blessings. Truth Master, Grand Day, Grand Risings, peace, blessings, and everything, family. All right. Get to it a little. All right. Cosmic time cycle exactly 24 Tirthankaras. And each have a cosmic time Tirthankaras grace this part of the universe. There have been a number of Tirthankara in the past time periods. The first Tirthankara in this present period, the Harpia, and it was a Rishabhadeva who is credited for formulating and organizing humans to live in a society harmoniously. The 24 organizing humans to live in a society. And one of the Tirthankaras obviously was the Oriental guy that started the Falun Gong in the 1992 area to raise that to 100 million. I'll say this again for everybody that didn't hear that. This Falun Gong practice went in 6 years to 100 million people because people were getting healed immediately and immensely. Things were just like, it was just everything. So 24, and the last, the Mahavira. Hold on, I'm gonna go for you guys to see. Y'all see it, right? What you see what color they made, right? Y'all can see the nose, the white face, all that. Nice full pretty lips, all that. Y'all see it? Sitting on this gold throne, but you know, taking that. Wow. Dang it over there. Why did it go over there? Okay. So if you guys can see, if I take it off, you see that it's the same exact pose in every that we're showing that it was showing. It's the same. They're the same pose. This is where they got it from. I want you guys to just look at that for a minute. You see that, right? Same pose. And you see the melanated skin. And you see the thing in the chest. We used to have crystals because we have crystals inside of our chest now. They're in our lungs and they're actually in our mind. When we get to that third eye, the pineal gland, all these things, that's a particular particular crystallization or crystals that is in the lungs and that is in the mind. We've talked about this over and over again, guys. I hate repeating stuff so many times. You guys are pretty aware of that. So that crystals, that is what's showing on the chest. When you're looking at the chest of the Mahavira, there's that particular thing. And you see that it's the same as Tirthankaras, right? The miniature painting of the 24 Jain Tirthankaras. Literally I mean, if you don't. So, who is credited for formulating the organism, organizing to live in a society harmoniously? But we did read that. Tirthankara organizing a fourfold order, a male. Let's look at that. Oh, that's mad. That's Parshvanatha. Okay, and see, also known as the Parshab and the Paranath. Same thing. You see it, right? You see they chiseled the nose off a little, but you could see that even this face over here. This looks like an indigenous head over here. I'm gonna go to it. We'll go back. I really want you to see this. Yes. Click to. Okay. So hope I didn't mess it up. Oh, come on. Okay, so the Parshvanatha, also known as the. Now you did same thing. It was a Tirthankara. All of them were the same. Look, all of them were the same. You can see the nose that they got, but you see the indigenous looking ones of all of these. Look at them. You can see the faces. I don't know if y'all can see them. Let me click on it again. Okay, I'm trying to stay with that page, but yeah, I want you guys to see it. Go in a little bit. Go in. That's doing this. Nope. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, see it. I'm gonna go with that stupid now. But yeah, you see that. You see. Yeah, some look like an indigenous warrior. Tell me, warriors, are y'all with y'all seeing this right? Are you to know that the Buddhas are all our people? Like you should know that. Talk about it. Talk about it, brother. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So let me get out of this real quick because I want you guys to see, go back. Um, back. All right, there we go. So, and I click on that. I did want y'all to see that, but you guys see it here too. It's the same thing. The Tirthankaras are all in here. Look, you see them all over in here. Then they had elephant. They the same. Look, you can't faces too great here, and I'm trying to zoom in it, but you need to see same thing, same people, same people with color. Okay. Oh man. Okay. And I gotta hide the screen again. Hold on. All right. All right. All right. All right. So yes, all those. Right. I gotta get into. Okay. So now in January, the will time is divided. As we went over that. Blah blah. The cycle said the current now, or time cycle is the Pini. The descending time cycle said to be the current now. In each half of the cycle, exactly when the conqueror was raised first, have been infinite number of times in the past time. Here's the first time cycle, blah blah blah. We did read that. Okay, hold on. I'm lost because the page looks different. Okay, The Tirthankara teachings form the basis of the Jain canon. Now we know the Jainism, right? At the beginning, and knowledge of the Tirthankara is believed. I'm sorry. Inner knowledge of the Tirthankara is believed to be perfect and identical in every respect, and their teachings do not contradict one another. However, the degree of elaboration according to the spiritual advancement and purity of the society during their period of leadership. The spiritual advancement and purity of mind of the society, the lower the elaboration required. While Tirthankaras documented by Jains, their grace is said to be available to all beings regardless of their religious orientation. So it is a particular origin that contains and has effect over the matter and the soul and everything. Nay, yes, brother. You're probably familiar with some of this, bro. Jump up here with me. Oh, my mind overflow. You might even want to help me read because I know you like reading sometimes. I don't know if you feel like it or not. I know it's early, bro. I ain't putting you on the spot or nothing, but I can show you a little. I'm about tired of my dang sinuses is draining. Hold on one second. I'm gonna take it again. That's right, DJ. Bro, so I summarized pretty much everything. You know, my research in here that's making sure they stand on point and keeping people informed. This I love my moderators. Y'all, everything soul stars. Yes, yes. Okay. We got them like this. Okay. If you do want to join, bro, you can connect with me if you want to read a little for you, girl. Early, I ain't putting you on the spot. It is a slim request. You don't feel, you know, like I actually just taking my time, brother. But if you want to, I know sometimes you like to talk about some of this information. So feel free to jump up with me. I definitely appreciate you. You already know. All right, and either way, catch me next time. It's come. Oh man, the Tatar Aryans who are attending the Kabbalah Naja, pure infinite knowledge, the true dharma, and it's also called a Jina, a victor. That is one who has conquered in such as anger, attachment, pride, and greed. Thinking about stuff that are all attached to the ego, right? All of the ego, right? So we're thinking about that new subscriber change. What's going on? Grand risings to your spirit change. We definitely appreciate you for coming over with us. We are definitely here to get some information out. We enjoy sharing with each other. You can on this particular platform, you're free up and get yourself in the conversation and give your input. I actually I honor that. I appreciate that. This is your first time viewing as well. Empress Freedom Feathers. I thought I saw you. Oh, you know what? I may have seen you in someone else's chat. Welcome, Empress. I appreciate you, dear. I'm sorry about that. Did not recognize that before. Definitely appreciate you coming and joining us. Join us, jump in at any time, sis. You can feel free to join in the conversation. Don't be shy. I love input. I love to hear other people's insights. We have such beautiful minds, right? We don't always use them. And a lot of times people make, I don't want to get up there because I don't really know what the person's talking about, this and that. A lot of these are ideas that come to our mind and how we get to figure out information. We combine our thoughts, our ideologies, and things together. And, we can actually bring different things into or not. So, it is your first time here, so I welcome you with open arms. All right, let's get back to this. So I'm going to read this part again. Tirthankaras are an Aryan that is one who conquers the inner enemy. The inner enemy is ego. We know that, right? The ego is that inner enemy they're speaking about. Um, I knew my brother was gonna come up here because he loving the info. He like me. He be like, what? Grand Ride, how you doing?
Hey, I just pulled up in the parking lot at work.
Oh, you okay, bro. I appreciate it.
It's all good. You on that last picture you showed of the Buddha with the serpents around the head? Yeah, that's
Y-
going straight to us,
Yes,
the serpent people.
yes, bro. This. I keep saying this. How much did you see? I know you just got a chat. You must have
Um,
been getting.
yeah, I was once I got in the car, I was listening in the car. So I'm on my car radio talking to you guys.
Oh, did
So
you
I'm
have
sitting
any?
in
I
the
know you
car.
didn't go into work, but do you have anything you want to say before you had to go into work, bro, real quick, or anything that
Yes,
I said? Because I said I know you know something about some of this stuff, and you can give that historical part.
yes. So with those serpent people, the niggas, they have a video. I have to. You know what? Later on this afternoon, we'll do a video on it, and it's gonna show you that these people never died. They was known to be immortal. Um, they had a famous tree called the banyan tree, known as the tree of God. It was the only tree on the planet to move. It could move, and
Yes,
all of this
brother. I
is
got the video. Remind me
written.
to show that.
Yeah, yeah, it's the banyan tree, and it's the only tree that starts in the sky and work its way down to the ground. That's why they call it the tree of God. And this particular tree that the niggas had was about 36 miles in diameter. So 36 miles to go around this entire
Yes.
tree. That's how big it was. Yes, yes. So I,
And
you know,
brother,
that
what's
that
crazy
uh
is
huh.
that's one of the last. Oh, I'm sorry, James. It's a little late probably because you're on the phone, bro. But real quick, I was gonna say what's crazy about that, right? I literally
Mhm.
was just looking like posted so people can see it. So when we do that video, they'll know what you're talking about. Then I ran across it because I was looking at the tree information about back, and it was showing a lot of as far as like the big tree. Everybody have these mountains and things where they think they are tree, they think mountains, but they're actually tree stumps. And this is they cut down our information and actually closed us off from a lot of stuff just by messing with the air and the quality of the air and stuff by cutting those trees down. It even talked about it in that old book that read that it was speaking about that when it came over and all that. It's like crazy. All this information is coinciding together and also verify each other piece. I'm gonna get in.
Yes, yes, yes. You're on it. You're on it. This is a good study. I know you was doing one part. You was talking about the Savior, and you know we know the Savior as another word for the Savior is soter. And when you pull up the first soter, it's going to take you to a picture that looks like Jesus, but his name is Serapis, and I think you and I did that before too. And it was the painting of Serapis with the cup above his head, and they was calling him the Savior because he was the one that was able to conquer Egypt, Bartholomew. So it's
Yes,
a
bro. I
lot.
knew you was able
Yeah.
to come confirm a bunch of this stuff with the historical stuff and coincide. Because I remember a lot of stuff. Man, it'd be a lot of stuff we go over. And now that you're saying that, I remember everything you're saying. It exactly coincides just the way you're saying, and it fits in perfect. Oh yeah, I can't wait till you get off work. What time do you think we're gonna do it? For that?
I get off about 3:30 today. Hopefully
Okay.
I can leave early. It's nobody here. I'm the only car in the entire parking deck, so hopefully I can leave early. But if not, I we can go live from I can go live from work if you want to do it early in the afternoon or anything like that. I can take one of these conference rooms and go live from there.
Okay. Well, just hit me, brother. Let me know, and then when you're ready. Since I know you at work and you might do it from work, so I know when you get a minute, you'll just be like, okay, let me do it now. Just make sure you let me know, and we'll do it. I'm ready.
Yes, ma'am. All right,
I
I'll see
love
y'all
love
later.
you.
Gotta jump off.
Love confirmation. All right, have a great day at work. Until then,
Yes, ma'am. I see y'all.
y'all know James gonna come through. Y'all have a little backup for me. That's what it always coincides with our information, guys. Do y'all notice that when you're doing the right thing, this is a part of where it's that Surma, the Kyra, the Karma, K-I-R, the Kirma. We were talking about that with the Jainism, and James is exactly that, right? It's just when we're doing what we're supposed to do, the manifestation of anything that we need is going to be confirmed and brought in for us. I literally asked twice. You guys see, I think I dropped the link twice, and I said, "Hey, anybody want to come up and discuss this?" Trying to show you guys the sync of the two things, and you guys realize and understand that, hey, this is not talking about these other people. This everything that we're reading, we're talking about us. Keep that in mind. The wording and the meanings are different sometimes because they try to get us into believing that, hey, we were back then, and we always been around, and but yeah, come on, let's get the story right. The brother going to confirm in the part 2 today when we do this. This is going to show you guys a lot more. I'm so glad he's going to bring that up because we talked about the soter before, and with that information, it actually confirms this. So the thing as a Tirthankara, the person that has the one that crosses over and is able to elevate others to that particular realm. We're going to sit real quick. I may get back into. I'm going to save a little bit more of this to coincide with what James reads later. So when it comes to our arguments, who after attaining this Kabbalah Nana, just pure. Let me highlight for you guys. I'm gonna look it up. We can actually do that. The Kavajana means omni science, which we also reviewed in the Jainism, right? In the Jainism, and is roughly translated as complete understanding or supreme wisdom. You know how people talk about wisdom, complete understanding, understanding, and so forth. These are all coinciding with this type of. Okay, so preach the true dharma, the true dharma. We already read what the dharma was. Let's go over that again. Jain text assign a wide range of meaning to the sacred dharma or the prakrit dharma. It is often translated as religion today. And they're able to use that to transpire a person from the real true dharma to the religious aspect, taking a person from the spiritual aspect into the physical aspect. And actually, that sky daddy, as they talk about, but we know what we're talking about, that energy. And it's such a Jainism, it's called the Jain Dharma. It's what we can about. So in Aryan, it's also called Ajna Bigger. That's one who has conquered much as the anger, the attack, they dwelled exclusively with the enemy, as the anger, attack, greed, what exclusively within the realm of the inner soul and are entirely free of kashas. It's free of the kashas. We went at the kasha, which is the information from your ancestors, which is the what it is matter, it is the physical being, the stem cell, and all the information that goes into the binary coding in the self, within the mind and the spirit and the body. We have that interpretation where that cross is, that crossover, that where we're able to be manipulated, and you can go this way, that way. It's kind of like seesaw effect, right? And this is where the manipulation comes in, waveform that actually can come and intercede, affects the inner passions and the personal desires as a result of the unlimited siddhas, which we read earlier. In Hinduism, the siddhas are material, paranormal, or supernatural, or otherwise magical powers or abilities and attainments that are the product of yoga advancement through the sadhanas, such as meditation and yoga. We talked about this, and why did we mention the fallen God? The fallen God tells us exactly this. People are able to ascend and use actual paranormal, supernatural, magical powers to heal themselves after going into this meditative practice, after using these particular exercises. All these are from our ancestors. Everything they use with frequency and movement and sound and light to actually elevate and take themselves to a spiritual level of being and crossing over and ascending the physical and going to the spiritual and assuming that death. So going from life to death and rebirth. The rebirth is going over into the birth of the knowledge, the inner spirit, the actual true self, right? Those spiritual powers are tapped into, and the magic powers of the matter are not able to affect you because you have ascended past the actual physical, right? Let's read that part again and finish. As a result of this, unlimited siddhas or the spiritual powers are readily available to them. You're able to transcend into these things, which they use exclusively for the spiritual elevated beings. Then we just discussed that through the darsana, the divine vision, the dashani, the divine speech. They help each other, kalana, and the moksha, preparation to one seeking it sincerely. Seek sincerely. You have to seek it sincerely. We got here. I really want to be a better person. I want to, shine. I wanted this and that. We can't do that when we're negative. We can't do that when we're focused on other people, what they're doing. We have to keep ourselves focused on ourselves. We have to keep ourselves focused on the spirit and getting out of that inner self, getting out of the inner spirit that actually takes us and keeps us formed into the physical where we're correctly, right? This is a particular thing that we battle consistently. So yeah, I'm gonna say something that you look at these pictures and see what we're talking about. These were the Black Buddhas, the Tirthankaras. The Tirthankaras. This is what they have used, that Buddha. Yesterday, Dee Dee Alexander spoke about this. She said, I always wonder, how is the Buddha such a spiritual being and it's this big fat sloppy person that's greed is their thing. People are always giving them gifts of or sacrificing all type of food and this and that. They took that and turned that around, right? Because you see, this is a physically fit Tirthankara, who is the original Buddha, and they all have, they all have Afro, and they none of them look like the Buddha that is the same exact. Let me see. You see it. You guys see it, right? On the page as well. So beautiful. Now see what the real Buddhas are, right? Grand Risings, brother. How you doing? You caught one of my lives. Nice to see you in my chat, brother. You know I have so much respect for you. You are definitely one of my favorites. Even though I get to interact with you much, you are about the truth. Uh, yeah, I'm battling my sinuses. That's why I'm drinking this tea. Oh, and I'm getting disrupted. But yeah, brother, you are like literally one of my favorites. Always spitting some facts, some truth, and I see nothing but real life and love and energy from you. You are about doing the things that I speak on all the time. With us being about the action, I hear a lot of speaking and talking, but where's the action? Where's the action? And you have shown and proved. Yes, bro. Finally caught me when I do a appearance, brother, on my when I do my main radio, so we can talk about the projects you be doing. You know, I told you that before. Definitely still interested, and the stuff that you do out here, brother. It is important. Anything we're doing to help anybody in our community. This is what we're supposed to do. You already know you get a spotlight whenever you're ready, whenever you got time. 10 project. I'm always down for the homeless, bro. I'm always telling everybody to make sure they're doing things. Everybody's not. What's up, bro? Grand Risings fam. Now for these people that are not in the best light right now. Sometimes these people are in these choice, but it's by the circumstances that have been presented to them. So we have to make sure that we are looking out for others. We can look out for each other and keep going in life and doing the things we need to do without being happy. We're doing that without growing, showing love, shining. Yes, bro. Let me know, bro. We do. I do them. I do my show Wednesday. Wednesday I have Threads 3000. He's going over some stuff. We're gonna be talking about his nomination, his music, and a few other things. And Sunday, I would love Sunday next. Actually, if you want, we can do that. Yes, yes, yes. I love your energy. I love your truth and everything, bro. I see it. I see it. You already know. So yeah, this information is like, phew. If you guys coming in late, I see if you just got in, J my bro. I see you got up. You know, maybe got you ready. You either do your thing for the day, but make sure you listen to the beginning of this, brother. It was a lot better last night, man. It kept just tearing it up. It did not want me to get this. There were like 6 different Russian bots coming into the chat. Like so freaking weird. I'm like, whoa. So what we got to do? Definitely, we gonna do that. I'm putting it down right now. Yep, yep, yep. I'm gonna have brother Chief Cali in the building next Sunday over all the stuff he has been doing. Yes, yes. We're gonna talk about the tent. Yes, get some donations. Hopefully, get people to get the help people. It's cold out here in some of these areas. Some people need a little bit of protection. Oh, it's getting choppy again, bro. Oh, let me write the email down. Perfect, bro. Wait on 1 second. Give me a second, guys. Chief Kelly 216. Perfect. Okay. Got you, bro. We're gonna do that. I've been wanting to get you on here to talk about that for a minute now. That 10 idea was a beautiful thing and such a reasonable way to help somebody and bring a smile, some energy, some love to them. Man, bring tears in my eyes sometimes, thinking about the stuff that we could do that we don't do. When it comes to helping each other, being there for each other, making sure we're elevating somebody's spirit in their mind, not trying to degrade them, not trying to bring them down, not trying to make their spirit slow. We don't need that, guys. We're not supposed to be doing these type of things. We're supposed to be encouraging each other. We just went over all of that. Anybody that didn't get the best information of the Jainism, the Falun, all these things, definitely, brother, you already know. You already know. Yes, yes, bro. But we on it. We ain't playing no games with these. We ain't playing no games, no games, no games. They try to mess with us, but yeah, I'm sure getting my refund. I'm getting 2 days. They paying me for the whole year. I ain't even talking about this month. I want my whole year's refund. And if they say they don't want to give it to me kindly because they know that I deserve it, I'm very disappointed in this service. My bank gonna get my money. Don't play. Yeah. Yes, yes. I'm so glad to hear that, Marcus. Yes, we need to be doing this all the time, man. Sometimes you can get to things or do what you need when that matrix had the event, the festival. I wanted to go. I was actually planning to go. I was going down there with 2 sisters, and we had it all planned out, everything. But I could not go. Unfortunately, there were some things that happened personally with my daughter. We went from like I'm planning a trip. 2 days later, my baby's having 4 surgeries done within 3 times. So yeah, I had a lot going on at the time. So yeah. But right now, I am moving forward and moving on, and gonna make sure that we are making sure to encourage everyone that's doing things to improve our community. And it's nothing. You could start by in your neighborhood, visiting some elderly. Go some older people that you see, they by themselves a lot. You don't really see people visiting them. You don't see too many people. Go take them a small bag of groceries, maybe some teas and a little vegetables, some fruits or something like that. Take a few to their homes. I did it with the neighbor. I told you guys how the neighbor told me just because I was bringing little groceries and stuff here and there. I took a little treats for his dog. He was like, "What you do, sis? Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I don't care if it's passing out flyers, this, and that, blah, blah, blah." Listen, this with his little crippled leg. I hate to say it like that, but he got a little crippled leg. He's like, "I'm willing to go pass out flyers, sis, just because of what you do." I feel it. So if we're doing this stuff, when you spreading love, that love is going to go on continuously. It will go. It will go. It will go on continuously. We got to spread love. That energy never dies. We talked about that in Jainism. It was showing you that, listen, they tell you about, oh, you're going to die, this, and that. They have people looking into these religions and things. You get trapped and you get caught up into not realizing that energy is everlasting. You will not die. You can only ascend to a different place, a different state of being, leaving the physical matter, which is nothing. This is nothing. People are so caught up in this. What something looks like this, or this and that, or person is that, or they want to judge a person. They want to look at this as what they think is beautiful, or what they think is good, or what they think is righteous or right. Hey, who are you? Who are you to make that decision? That's right, bro. Little things with the little people. Before we even for huge events, yet it don't have to be huge events. Just help somebody. Even no, bro. I gotta leave that up there. Even if it's one thing you did or one person you touched for the day. Y'all know I talk about this all the time. What's wrong with going through your closet? Anybody listening to earshot, I see 30 in the chat right now. Anybody that may see this after the video ends, right? Any of y'all today, get one small bag, go in your closet, get a piece of clothing that you know you do not wear, something that you can hang in there, go in your drawer, get a couple of pieces of clothing that you know you don't wear, put it in a bag. Go in your closet, you guys that keep all these sneakers and stuff. That shit is, oh, I'm sorry, it's so frivolous. It don't mean nothing. Y'all know how many pairs of shoes and things I have given away, and clothes and jewelry. Somebody, oh, I like that. I've given. Listen, thank some love in somebody's heart. Something that means nothing to me, and I can give it to somebody, and then they're gonna feel good and appreciated about with that man. If you haven't done it, try it. You're not going to know until you've experienced the joy and the love between two people in this exchange, just by putting a smile on that person's face, just by showing them some love. People be needing that. Some people need that energy. Some people are searching for that and they don't get it ever. Some people have never had it. Do you know I've talked to people that they have never loved from their parents? Imagine growing up as a child, never feeling, and as an adult, still feeling that. So do you know a smile goes a long way? Do you know a good well wish goes a long way? Do you know telling the person, oh, fullness to you, oh, great light to, oh, I hope you have an awesome day, oh, you look beautiful today, anything like that. I know my ex used to think I was flirtatious because I'm like, I'm always talking to people. It's not flirting. I just like to make it feel good. It's just in me. It's just something in me. I have a light that shines to protrude to other people so that they're able to be extended into that, so that they experience that, even if they haven't experienced it from day, they're able to experience somewhere else. They're able to experience it with just that energy that has been expressed to them by a small gift, a small token. Take those clothes, right? Let me get back to that. I almost lost my point. Take those clothes, take those old shoes, right? Get another little bag, right? Put you about 3-4 bottles of water in there. Get you a couple of snacks. What me and the kids do sometimes, we'll get the little packages of the tuna. We'll get the boxes of crackers. Sometimes I get little snacks like nuts. It all depends on what I afford, and what would be most reasonable to make the most bags. So we'll get those things and just pass out randomly. One morning, my daughter was like, "Oh, mom, you know what? When we pass these out, we do toothbrushes and stuff. We haven't done that." I'm like, "Oh, that's a good idea, babe." We went right to the dollar store, got a whole bunch of toothbrushes, toothpastes, I got gum things. I got the disposable little plaque things that have like a little brush on them. We put those in the bags with the snack. Do you know how many people? Man, I actually had a homeless guy cry. We went out one day on trick or treating day. What shit is that? Halloween. We went out on Halloween one day doing this, and we went to two people. The one guy was like, "Man, can I get a bag from my brother? He's not here, but can I please get a bag from him?" Sure, sweetie, take it. I actually gave him 2 bags. If you I don't give it to somebody, and I know he did because they look out for each other. Oh, the people that don't have nothing, they look out for each other. What little they share with each other? Do y'all know that? Anyway, was crying and in tears. This was a white guy too. You know what he said to me? He said, "Ma'am, nobody's ever done anything like this." He said, "You know what usually happens on Halloween?" He said, "The kids be coming, they be throwing stuff at us, shooting paintballs at us." I'm looking like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "We get treated real bad on Halloween." I said, "That's an evil spirit, bro." I said, "It's an evil day. Try to make sure you don't be caught up." what's up. You know what I'm saying? I think my daughter gave him like $10 or something. She gave him a color on top of it. So we have to be thinking about other people. My dad, I love. We have to think about other people. How can you have joy in your life if you're not creating type of joy that's being spread anywhere else? I mean, like, really? How? How you happy and people are sad and you ride down the street and you see this person sitting there. Some people are so judgmental. Oh, they like drugs. Oh, they this. Oh, they that. That's not up for you to judge. That's not up for you to judge. If you're giving with the true intentions to say, hey, go get some eBay or this, and that, they're going to do that. Because when you got a true heart, people follow that. I'm trying to speak the truth, bro. That's all I do. It's not always warranted by some people because sometimes I get a little aggressive with my facts. But what it is, we gotta be truthful with this. Create. Hi, welcome to our platform. Create. Thanks for coming through, Marcus. I think I've seen you before, but if not, I would definitely want to welcome you to the platform, brother. I'm not sure if I've seen you in the chat. I think I've seen you in the chat a couple of times, and I'm not sure. Create. I know I've not seen you. Welcome, darling. Welcome to our platform. Really, say energy, positive vibes, and just the best of everything for you as well. So when it comes to these things, guys, let's just do that. I'm at almost 2 hours now, guys. I don't really like to extend these lives that long unless I'm going over additional information. So we're going to end it here because we're going to do a part 2 of this. I'm going to change the title, guys. I figured I didn't want to put the title in there because that may have been what caused the issue with them doing all that interference, sending all those Russian bots to the chat, trying to disclose this information. It was hard. It was a battle yesterday. I was fighting these the matter that we spoke about in the Jainism. That's what was going on. They were manipulating the system and using it against us, trying to throw everything off, throwing us off sync. It was like crazy. My chat, what? But yeah, we're gonna do part 2 today on this, guys. Make sure you guys are looking out. I don't want y'all to miss that. Will be coming through. Yes, it's the small things, bro, for sure. Definitely, y'all make sure the small things. Make sure y'all come through. We're gonna be doing a part 2 of this. We're gonna sing with this information. I know you guys have got. We went through Jainism. We went through the Falun Gong. We went through Tirthankara, Tirthankara, and we're going to go over a little more information when it comes to this whole tier and when it comes to the Serapis and all of this stuff tying in, showing how they have transpired all of our information to use it against us. So now we don't know how to connect to it spiritually. We are only connecting to it physically. Therefore, we're not able to use and access everything we need to. But we're getting out of that. We're ascending past that because the spirits are showing too many ways, too much information, too much clarity for our mind to be opened up, right? As you guys go out today, make sure you're grabbing that bag or two. I don't care if it's just one bag and you got one or two things that, hey, I can just grab this now and I know I can give this away. If you go into a store on your way to doing something today, grab a few things. If you don't have anything that you can give away, go to the grab a few things and get those items away, some snacks, or keep a couple bottle of water. Water's like $5 for like 24. It's cool enough in some areas where you guys can keep the bottle of water right in your car and it'll be cool. Stuff like that. Just do it, guys. Do it. You'll be surprised when you start doing these things. You're gonna be surprised at how you start receiving that perfect energy when you're giving of yourself. Right? The world has a way of making things create that balance. There's gonna be a perfect balance. The more you give of yourself, the natural spirit will actually replenish you to make sure you're at a balance so that you're not at a loss. You'll never lose. You're never losing when you give. You're not giving to receive. Keep that in mind. I don't say that for that. I just want you to understand. You're not giving to receive. You're giving out of your heart. This is the only way that you will receive. Because you can give all you want to try and receive something. You're still not going to get nothing. But if you're giving from your heart, you have to really think on that and have that positive energy and spirit. And when you're giving of yourself, which is actually spewing yourself and your matter, your actual physical being into doing something, that's when you can retrieve it back because it comes naturally. And I always like organic and natural. you know, I don't want it pretentious or fake. So on that, guys, we are going to end it. You have been a blessed my spirit this morning. As always, my chat always coming through with info. DJ, that's my favorite moderator. I got to say it. Dee Dee, that's my girl, but man, she be on it too. But DJ, you always coming through with some info, bro. You be on point, bro. You already know. Make sure you hear what for me when I need to have that backup. Even if you don't jump up here, you in the chat, but you girl. So that's that's y'all are everything. Peace, blessings, love, perfect energy, and sister, I so appreciate you. May our ancestors continue to smile down on you and your family. Thank you, baby. That. This is not my last time I subscribe. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you. That really touched me. I did that. Yes, yes. Thanks so much. You guys subscribe to Chief Kelly. If you are not subscribed, you guys know he spit so much information. Truth, Chief Kelly, can you drop your what is it, Lord? Your page. I couldn't even think. See the sinuses. I'm getting distracted thinking about how I sound. I can't breathe hard. My ears plugged up. Lord, drinking this tea. I'm talking so much. I'm not really drinking. So I need to get to that too. But yeah, bro, please drop your. I'm gonna wait a second so you can put it in the chat if you can, bro. Put it in so we can make sure we subscribe. Make sure you guys subscribe to True Speaks with Chief Cali. This brother is real, one of the real ones, as always. I love him, and he definitely speaks from the heart. And yeah, he's doing something that we really appreciate. And we have to keep him encouraged. So yes, girl, you already know. We had to keep him encouraged. So make sure you're doing that top of the morning to you guys, and we will be back with part 2. We're gonna have Nick joining us. Yes, there you go, brother. Thank you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to drink this tea, bro. I can't hardly breathe around here. It's plugged up and everything. About to go on this balcony in a minute, wait for my sunrise. But yeah, what we're gonna do, guys, is have that part 2. I'm excited about that. I love when James joins me because I could be talking about anything. He'll be like, "Oh yes, it's such and such." He'll be able to connect some of the historical facts to it. Confirmation. I love confirmation. Love confirmation. So we have been starting off a great start, guys, and we're gonna have a great afternoon when we come with the part 2 to this. Yes, stay blessed for you too as well. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to Truth Speaks with Callie. And we really appreciate the brother joining us. He's been a lot, and he finally caught one of my lives. I'm excited about that. All right, guys. So peace, blessings, love, and energy. Make sure you get your bag to go. Keep that goodie bag to go for those to be gracious. Let's do that. Goodie bag to go for those to be gracious. I like that. The GGG. Hey, now. Blessings and everything until later.